Hey, what's up guys? It's TechSwimmer talking to you here. And in today's video, I want to talk about the iOS 17 upgrade that is coming on WWDC. Yes, it is confirmed that we are getting iOS 17 on WWDC because every single year we get an iOS upgrade and it always happens on WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference. So, yes, we should expect iOS 17 for our new brand iPhones. Yes, iOS 17 will be a major upgrade, but not because you are thinking. No, we are getting some new features, but the main thing that, according to leakers, Apple is going to tackle this year is performance and bug fixing. And this is long overdue. If you haven't noticed on the tech community and Twitter in general, everyone is complaining about the iOS stability. For the last 2-3 years, since iOS 12, that iOS stability has gone down and the bugs have gone wild. Like, there's some wild bugs happening right now on iPhones. You can go and watch Luke Miana's video talking about all the bugs, but you can see a compilation of all the bugs he showed, and it was crazy how many bugs he actually got from everyone on Twitter. So yes, Apple needs to focus on performance and bug fixing this year. But there are also tons of new upgrades to actually happen on iOS 17, and I'm really excited to share with you guys today. So if you are interested in today's video, do not forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get started. So, iOS 17. The first topic that is going to be upgraded on iOS 17, in the main topic that actually is going to be the focus of this upgrade, is going to be performance and stability. iOS has been very buggy. You can scroll around, 120 Hz is not perfect, like sometimes it drops to 30 Hz because of nothing, then you open apps and they crash, then you open Safari and it crashes, you open your settings and it crashes, then you cannot make calls, then your iPhone freezes, then there's some weird UI bugs that just happen. And this has been very common on iOS for the last few years. And Apple is recognized for having every single thing on their software being locked down and very optimized for their devices and a very stable experience. That's why lots of people enjoy using Apple products, because you don't have any of these of weird Android problems that happen. But for the last few years, iOS has been plagued by these bugs that seem to pile up for a long time, and Apple doesn't seem to fix them. Like, it's so weird. They introduced new features like the widgets, the new iOS lock screen from iOS 16, but they don't seem to fix these bugs. And it's very annoying because even John Prosser made a video talking about the Apple Watch and the iPhone integration being so buggy. And yeah, maybe that happens. If you have two Apple Watches, then oh my god, it's bugged down. Like, they cannot understand together very well. Then the most annoying bugs of them all are the AirPods bugs. Yes, if you have automatic switching with the AirPods, then it's a nightmare. If you have two different iPhones turned on, watching something media at the same time with the same iCloud account, you're screwed. Your AirPods won't know which device you are using and they will be switching widely between these two iPhones. And that will be crazy. That happens with iPhones, iPads, Macs. It's insane. So Apple, fix this. This is my biggest gripe while using AirPods Pro, AirPods Max. It happens with every single one of them. It's very annoying. It actually annoys me so much that I turned off the AirPods totally and I do not use them if I have two devices playing media at the same time. So fix this, fix all the performance bugs and stability, improve the stability of iOS and make it faster, more reliable, and in my opinion, you have to at least make 120 Hz more usable. Right now, promotion is insane, but sometimes you're just scrolling your phone and it gets low to 60 Hz. I don't understand why. I thought it was my phone getting slow. Then I went to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, same thing. Problem with iOS, I need a new upgrade to justify itself. So Apple, please, for the love of God, just fix all the problems iOS and then focus on new features. The next leak for iOS 17 and the next feature to be very talked about is the redesign. I would say Control Center. Control Center is being redesigned with iOS 17. I don't really care much. Control Center is like one of my most used things, but it's just a tool. It's just something that you don't really care about the UI. It's something to refresh iOS. I agree. I want to see something new, of course, every single year, but if Apple just does that, maybe they need to focus again on performance and bugs. But they can also like fix this Control Center. Control Center is good, but sometimes you need just something more quick, more reliable, like entering settings, entering some specific thing that you want to customize. More customization is good. So Apple, please make this new Control Center better than the current one. Control center is something I use a lot. Turn on the flashlight, turn on my data, turn on my Wi-Fi, my Bluetooth, manage my Bluetooth devices, my Wi-Fi networks. So yes, control center should be revamped with the AirPods actually sound on focus, with the media controls on focus. Control center is one of the biggest tools on iOS, and if Apple is going to redesign it, then I'm really excited to see what Apple can do with this new control center on iOS 17. Then also a new design happening on the iOS 17 is going to be to the new always on feature. Yes, this is going to be exclusive for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max upwards, and this always on display is going to be revamped. And this is necessary. Always on display has been one of my biggest letdowns on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, and if you don't know, I actually have it turned off on my iPhone. Yes, for the first 2 weeks that I have this on, I turned it on, then the battery life was trash, turned it off, my battery life went good. So, I don't know why, this is no scientific test, but it proved that always on display was taking a very big toll on my battery life. So I turned it off, never used it again, and I don't really care if Apple redesigns it or not. They have kind of done one on iOS 16.2, I think, while you can turn it off, or you can turn off notifications, turn on other things, turn on the wallpaper, turn off the wallpaper, turn off the wallpaper, turn off notifications. You can do it and it works well, reduces the amount of the energy spent by always on display. But still, I don't have a need to an always on display. My Apple Watch Ultra has an always on display. My iPhone doesn't need to be turned on every time, wasting battery. I don't think this is going to be a very famous feature, and I do see why Apple was very hesitant to bring it to the iPhone. Other things that needs to be much more improved with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, especially we need more functionality on it, is Dynamic Island. And that's specifically what Apple is going to improve on iOS 17. According to rumors, we are getting a better experience with Dynamic Island. And this is proven by the fact that Apple is going to add Dynamic Island to the normal iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. So we are getting better and more people using Dynamic Island. And this means better support for developers, which means better features for Dynamic Island. Dynamic Island is one of my favorite features. You can feature the songs up there, your timers, your AirPods battery, Siri, Uber drives, scores for sports. It's such a useful feature that I really enjoy my new task manager of iOS. Calls, messages, timers, music are just some of the examples that Dynamic Island shines. But now I want to see more things. I want to see more app integration. I want to see something new for Dynamic Island. Like, for example, I want to see Siri integration up there. Why can't Siri be integrated up there? Why does it need to be a blob below the screen? Why does it need that? It doesn't. It doesn't need to occupy my screen. Just put it on Dynamic Island and that will be fine. Other things, like for example, Apple Pay, have been included on Dynamic Island and they look great. So, yeah, like for example, more notification integration on Dynamic Island would be also a great idea. Right now, the notifications still look like a pop-up on your screen or a drop-down on your screen below Dynamic Island. They need to be inserted on Dynamic Island so they do not occupy more space on your screen. Dynamic Island needs a revamp. It's one of the smartest features Apple has ever made in terms of turning a dead space, that is actually the notch, and actually turning it on. A very, very, very cool feature. That's only an Apple feature and a feature that Apple could do and everyone will copy. This is what I call innovation. Thanks Apple for releasing a very insane thing. Dynamic Island is crazy. I love it so much, but we need more functionality. Get it worked on iOS 17. The last major thing to be upgraded on iOS 17 would be interactive widgets, and this is great because interactive widgets have been asking for myself for a long time. Since we got them on iOS 15, widgets have not been interactive. Every time you touch a widget, it just opens an app on the screen. This is true. For example, I have this widget for the weather. If I click it, it opens the weather app. So, yeah, it's not that great. For example, the sleep, if I click it, it opens the sleep app. I don't need it. I just need it to show my things. For example, if I had some type of music widget, if you touch the music widget, it opens the music app. It's ridiculous. I don't need it. I just need something where you can interact it very quick. Pause the music, skip a song. I don't know. Interactive widgets will have such big usability on iOS. For example, if you have a car app, like the Tesla app, you turn it on and you use it with a widget. Much better. For example, BMW app, the Jaguar app, some type of app for your car, much better to use it as an interactive widget than just a widget that you can see information and click it through and go to the app, and it's just time wasting. You should have just opened the app already. Current widgets are cool to show you weather, showing information, but they are not interactive, and that's a fix that Apple needs to do on on iOS 17. Will they do it? Well, according to leakers, they will, so I'm excited nonetheless. To finish up this video, we have 3 minor upgrades to the iOS 17. The first would be the Health app will get revamped. We need it. The Health app is actually very confusing to use. It's extremely information dense and it's not that easy to navigate. Apple needs to make a favorites tab. Apple needs to make something very fun and very easy to look at and understand your health. Apple has so much data on us already that a health app with some cool integration with the Apple Watch, some cool integration with very cool UI will be the single thing that we actually need. We don't need more features. We have so many features right now with the Apple Watch. We just need a better integration with a better UI for you to customize things that it shows you your heartbeat, your weight, your resting heart rate, your weight, current weight, your height, all of these things measured, your resting rate, something like that, that you can customize and choose, and then you would be creating your own health app. This would be pretty cool. More customization, more friendly UIs would be my asking for iOS 17, and I think the leakers are corroborating this incredible leak. The other 2 are not that minor, and they're actually a new search and spotlight on iOS, and I think they are meant like a ChatGPT or a Google Bard or Microsoft Bing version from Apple. Yes, we should getting more AI features like ChatGPT 4 on our search. For example, now you can ask it questions like, what's 4 times 4? And it will give you the answer. What's the conversion from pounds to euros? And they give the answer. The conversion to pounds to kilos. They will give you the answer. Other than that, I just want more reliable spotlight search. Sometimes it just completely freezes, doesn't give you nothing, doesn't work on Safari. It's just weird. Other times works perfectly and recommends you the perfect app for the perfect time, like Siri recommendations. So it's so crazy how like underperforming and then overperforming it is. It's just like this, yo-yo. It's really weird. So I want better stability, more reliable, but also an AI bot, something like that would be pretty cool for my search and spotlight. And the other feature would be more AR advancements on iOS. And this is insane because according to leakers, we are getting it, and this just proves we are getting the Apple VR headset. Of course, it's obvious if you are getting this new Reality OS with a new Apple VR headset, we are getting more AR features on iOS 17. These are all the leaks for iOS 17, and I could be more excited for this update. Not because of the new features, which seem to be cool, the redesign control center, the redesign always on display, the new spotlight search that could be a ChatGPT-like version, but the main thing will be the performance and the stability focus that Apple is putting on iOS 17 this year. And I couldn't be more excited for my iPhone to be more stable, more reliable than ever, and just work. Because at the end of the day, this is a tool that I need to work every single time that I need to use it. So let me know in the comments below what you think, guys. Which feature is your favorite coming to iOS 17? And if you want the iOS 17 wish list for myself, let me know in the comments down below. While you're there, don't forget to drop a like below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Tech Consumer Talking Show here. Bye bye.